Injured on the field, hurt on the job, been in a car accident? The doctors at Anthon's Chiropractic Care will help you get back to pre-injury performance level. With treatments including chiropractic adjustments, physical therapy, and massage therapy, you will quickly begin seeing results. Anthon's even schedules Saturday appointments to ensure that your treatment will not interfere with your schedule. So give them a call at 985-542-1640 to schedule your appointment, or stop by their downtown location in Hammond across from the Columbia Theater. That's Anthon's Chiropractic Care for all your chiropractic needs. Welcome to tonight's WSTY Game of the Week, a special time. We're here in Independence tonight to watch the Amite Warriors take on the Independence Tigers. But what makes it more special tonight is they're honoring one of their former players. He was here from 2007, 2010. He was All-District in 2010, former defensive back Chris Drake, who moved on to the Army National Guard, and this time earlier in the year on Memorial Day weekend, he was killed in Afghanistan, and tonight they're going to honor him by retiring his jersey, and a special presentation coming up. We hope y'all take a minute, thank the people who are out there fighting for us and covering for us, think about Chris, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after the presentation.
Worn by Chris Drake, Independence High School class of 2011. Chris was a four-year member of the football team and voted All-District his senior year. Chris showed great leadership and discipline while a Tiger, and continued to live these values throughout his life. This summer, Chris made the ultimate sacrifice, giving his life for his country while fighting in Afghanistan. From this point forward, the Tiger coaches will only select a player to wear his jersey who exhibits the same dedication and commitment by which Chris lived his life. We would like to present his mother, Rose Drake, with a framed jersey of Chris's number 20 that he wore while at Independence. We would like the entire Drake family to know that Chris Drake will forever be part of the Independence Tiger football family.
So there you have it, a touching tribute to the late Chris Drake, former All-District player. And what a great job by Independence to be able to do that. It's a nice moment, and to honor him like they do at Michigan with their player. They only give a certain player, and he has to exhibit certain qualities to be able to wear that number 20. I think that's a great thing here. You know, we come into these Friday nights and these ball games, and everybody's on edge and all that, but it's nice to be able to step back and remember what these kids mean to these coaches and to these parents and the fans here who remember him, and a fitting honor for that as we get ready tonight to see the Amite Warriors, who are fighting for a chance to secure a share of the district title. Independence, a couple of losses here, kind of playing spoilers, but tonight, hopefully, what we see every time, every year with these two teams is a great rivalry.
Yeah, that's what both coaches talked about. Independence, untypically, with the record you usually see from them. But Coach Foster said, don't be fooled. He said, this team is scrappy. You know, they've been in most of the ball games, even though the losses.
Back to receive the kickoff.
It's one of those
For
games.
the Tigers.
Their records are usually pretty similar. This year, not so much, but now you can throw the records out and see if we can have a ball game.
Well, talking to Coach Corona before the game, 10 starters going from the beginning of the year, and it's hard to, and they don't have the depth that they would normally have in years past, so it's really hurt them, and that's why the record is what it is. Kickoff is way high, end over end. This is McLean, who fields it at about his 5-yard line, behind his wedge up the middle, and tackled down at the 20. Number 45 on the tackle. So the Independence Tigers will get it first on offense. They won the toss, elected to receive, and we know what to expect from Independence. Step toe, big, tall, lanky kid, can run the football, also got a pretty good arm there. Shannon Cage, the bruiser in the backfield. They want to control the clock, pick up first downs, and try to shorten this game and give themselves a chance to win at the end.
For Amite is going to be key. They're going to have to stop Cage tonight, and Steptoe. Steptoe is a very good runner himself.
Well, last week this Amite Warriors team, despite the loss, shut down Sumner, held them to 89 yards, and a great play as he'll turn it on the end. That's Steptoe, a pickup of about 19 all the way out to the 40 and a first down. And right there, they were so intent on stopping Cage that he immediately got out to the outside. And that's a bigger run that we've seen maybe all last week, aside from the one touchdown run they gave up.
Because I tell you, Amite really shut down Sumner last week, holding them to only 89 yards while rolling up 300. It was just some missed opportunities in the game by Amite and some big special teams plays by Sumner that cost Amite the football game.
This time it'll be Cage. He's hitting the backfield, nowhere to go. Let's see, coming up out of that pile is number 53, Denham McAllen. And for the Amite Warriors, they basically control their own destiny. If they can win tonight and knock off Albany next week, they will be assured of at least a share of the district championship and a shot at the playoffs, which both these teams missed last season.
Absolutely. They're tied with LaRanger and Sumner for this district lead. Well, Sumner and LaRanger are facing off tonight. So one of those are going to have to go down. And like you said, Amite is in control of their own destiny right here.
But wouldn't the Independence Tigers on a down year love to play spoiler against their arch rivals? Sprint out, handoff to Cage, not much there. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Now, Independence won this game last year, one of our games of the week, a shootout, 39-35. And a lot of people remember the Oscar Briggs play at the end of that game that won it for Independence. And since that time, Independence has been on the downslide there. They've only won 2 ball games out of 12 since that time.
Major injury issues, a lack of depth this year, and it's really come back to haunt the Tigers. So 3rd down, we'll call it a long 7. Step toe, inside handoff to McLean. That's not getting much, and there will be in 4th down at the 43. Let's see what Coach Corona does here. Is he going to punt it away?
With this situation, with the record where it is, I think you're going to see a lot of aggressiveness out of Coach Corona tonight.
Well,
he may punt here, but
step toes to the sideline, so it looks like they're going to punt it away. So the Amite defense comes out after giving up that initial first down, stops the Tigers, and they'll get the football.
Keep an eye on Cage. He's the up back here.
In to punt it away is Brandon Cole. Left footer gets it away, short kick, should take an Independence bounce, and it does. It'll roll dead at about the 21-yard line, so the Tigers will have it, the Warriors will have it for the first time tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Dixie RV Superstores, Bill Hood Automotive Group, Anthon's Chiropractic Clinic, Louisiana Ballroom Dancing, Hammond Recreation Center, Mounders Tires, and Jim's Paint and Body.
Now this is a time of the game where the honoree for tonight, Chris Drake, would have been in this defensive backfield. His senior year, 2010, he had all district honors, Darrell, with 21 solo tackles. He had 5 interceptions. Just a key component in the Tigers' success that year.
And the player to watch here tonight for the Amite Warriors on offense is number 8, Kenner Harrell, the young sophomore. Amite coming out throwing, got a man open to the outside, but it's low and incomplete. So Devarius Henderson incomplete on his first pass of the evening.
Yeah, Kenner Harrell approaching 1,000 yards on the year. He's got 15 touchdowns and had a pretty good game last week, rolling up 163 yards and a touchdown against the Sumner Cowboys.
And he earned every yard of that. They made it hard for him, but Amite continued to pound. Harrell got stronger as the game went on, and this is Harrell off the right side, moving that pile. Finally knocked down at about the 25.5-yard line.
And the scary part about that is Harrell's only a sophomore. I mean, this kid's going to be good for a few more years.
Well, and looking at the Amite Warriors, talking to Coach Foster before the game, he said, you know what? We're young. We're going to get 8 starters back on defense and 6 on offense next year. So having a good run, want to make their run in the playoffs, but I'll start a lot of youth on this team. 8:44 to go here in the opening quarter. It's the Warriors' first possession. Henderson looking to throw. Here comes the blitz. He is going to be sacked. Great call there by Coach Mike Young, who brought the corner blitz. And they sack him all the way back. I mean, we're talking about a loss of about 20 on the play.
And that was something, you know, we talked about how banged up this Independence defense is. I mean, they are thin and they're young, but they're aggressive. And Coach Mike Young calls a good ball game. And you see that blitz was called right at the right time.
One of those seniors, Anthony Milton, in there coming off the corner. Now they'll have to punt it out their end zone. Gets it away, wobbly kick, not much distance, and it's going to go out of bounds. Independence will get it at the Amite 41-yard line.
At the Amite 42-yard line, first down, Tigers.
So the Tigers have it for the second time tonight.
Get back to the cage and step toe show for Independence.
3 and out by the Warriors, so the Tigers get great field position after a short punt. This will be step toe off the right side. Pick up of 7.
It's the second time on first down we've seen Steptoe with a big run. Of course, the first one was a lot more than that. Steptoe, not much. I mean, he can throw the ball. We've seen him do that, but the stats aren't showing as much as the 700 rush yards and 7 touchdowns he's got. And Steptoe is averaging 7 yards per rush on the year.
Well, Amy's been real stout against the run this year, and that's what they want to do, stop the run of Independence and force them into throwing situations. Cage will be about 6 yards deep, and he'll get the handoff, cuts back to the left side. Nice little move there. He pounds forward all the way down to the 23, and a first down Tigers as they're approaching that red zone. And right there, Cage just made a nice little jump to the outside and turned it upfield. That play designed to go to the right. Realized it was closed up over there, and he gets a first down for the Tigers.
And that's where Cage is so dangerous. If he can get to the second tier of the defense and ahead of steam, he's so hard to bring down. The games we've done this year, when they bottled up Cage, it was right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, when we saw him play Kentwood first half, he's getting in that second level, a lot of hits, and finally, Kentwood players started dropping like flies trying to tackle this big man all night.
Yep.
McLean inside handoff, not much there.
Number 8, Akeem McLean carries up the middle.
Shannon Cage on the year, he is over 1,000 yards and has had 9 touchdowns, averaging about 6.5 yards a pop.
So 2nd and 10 after no gain on the play. Steptoe trying to take it on his own. Nowhere to go as number 51 for the Warriors, Kalen Richardson. Came from that defensive end position and got him in the backfield.
Amy got through the gaps pretty good right there. Gonna bring up a 3rd and pretty long for the Tigers. I would assume, no doubt, in 4-down territory.
Send Cole into the game with the play. Let's see if Independence decides to go to the air here on 3rd and 11. Like a little bit of confusion out there for the Tigers.
It's an interesting alignment right there.
Wildcat position. McLean takes the handoff, looking to throw. Throws it to the corner for Steptoe. And incomplete. They sent the quarterback out wide that time. We saw that play work.
We did.
One time this year, I believe, against LaRanger.
Yeah.
But this is incomplete. Now you're in 4-down territory. I believe you're a little far out for a field goal, so they're going to have to go for it.
Well, I think Amite knew what was coming right there when they saw Steptoe out there. Now, Steptoe's a tall kid, and Amite had double coverage on him, but McLean felt confident enough to hang it up there. And hopefully Steptoe could have used his height advantage.
Well, Steptoe, a receiver from on last year's team, was converted to quarterback this year. So they know he can go up and catch it. 5:25 to go here in the opening quarter. Independence with a 4th and 11. Here comes Steptoe rolling right, pressure coming right up the middle. Richardson has him again. Kalen Richardson sacked back to the 32, so Amite will take over for the 2nd time tonight. So great field position squandered as they got to the 20 and stalled.
Take over on downs. Ball will be spotted at the Amite 31-yard line.
So the Amite offense comes out trying to pick up their first down of the game midway through the first quarter. Your WSTY game of the week here in Independence. It's Amite and Independence. Flag on the play, our first penalty of the night. With our cameraman, Mr. Butch Lee, the round mound of sound himself, Mr. Matt Greer. I'm the big dog, Darrell Smith, bringing you tonight's action And kind of flattering that they would name Shannon Cage after me and call him the big dog.
Sure, it wasn't the other way around.
We both carry the load.
Gotcha.
It has to be him after me because I'm way older, you know what I'm saying?
And I have to have broad shoulders.
Let's see what the penalty is. Not sure if the officials know at this point, but the flag was thrown on this side of the field.
The big dog, Shannon Cage, we were talking to him in the pregame out on the field. I said, so Shannon, how many yards are you going to give me tonight? He said, however many it takes to beat those boys over there.
They're going to wave off the flag.
No penalty on the flag. It'll be 2nd down 6.
So we haven't had a flag, technically.
High formation. This is Harrell left
Ooh,
side.
blown
He is blown up in the backfield. Number 56 for the Tigers, Eddie Crosby, drops him. Loss of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Eddie Crosby, one of the seniors we saw here for senior night. And I tell you, this Independence defense, for being as young and as thin as they are, they come to play.
Penetration will kill your offense every time, and that time he got a loss of 5, so it's 3rd and 10. Henderson looks to Coach Foster for the play. Got to hurry if they're going to get this one off. 5 seconds left.
I think there's a timeout.
Coach Foster got nervous and went ahead and took the timeout. After the TO, they'll come out. Henderson with the play. 3rd down and 10. Late first quarter, scoreless ball game. And this I don't understand. You go to the sideline for a timeout, but yet they're still looking at the sideline to get a play.
Well, they haven't wound the clock yet. There it goes.
Henderson barks out the signals. High snap, pulls it in. Left-hander's going to pull it down and run. One man to beat, and not going to get there. Number 42 for the Tigers, Belazon, was able to at least slow him down until his help caught up, and Amite will be forced to punt it away.
Well, Henderson, not as much of the running quarterback as Steptoe. Henderson's passed for 1,200 yards and about 10 touchdowns this year.
Brought down by number 42, Amite Belazon.
As far as yardage is concerned, Independence is winning the battle so far.
Punt off the side of the foot will drive Independence back to the 33 where it'll roll dead. And Tigers will get the football for the 3rd time. So 4 punts already in this football game. It has been a defensive struggle so far.
Empty scoreboard. Amite leads this overall series, Daryl, 30-12.
Well, and also if you look up there in Amite, they got a couple of banners hanging up there. They've had some really good players come out of there as well as teams. In fact, we saw former quarterback Brandon Mitchell start for the North Carolina State Wolfpack last week. Unfortunately, his first game of the year, he starts against Florida State, and it didn't go too well, but glad to see one of our local kids.
That's a juggernaut there at Florida State, a 21-point favorite over 7th-ranked Miami. That's almost unheard of.
So a little delay getting the football they wanted in, but now they'll have it. Cage, left side, he's hit at the line of scrimmage, but still on his feet. Now they'll drive him back. Gain of maybe 1.5 yards on the play, and we're going to get some late flags there. Maybe they were giving him the business.
Yeah, it looks like going to be face mask or something like that up in the middle.
Gain of 1, penalty markers down.
When you get a kid like this, it just won't go down. Sometimes the business is the only thing going to get him down.
Personal foul, face mask against the Warriors. Big 15-yard penalty will march the football out to the 49 and a 1st down Tigers.
Cage had a huge game against Amite last year, rushing for 226 yards and 3 touchdowns. A candidate for one of our performances of the game.
And you can already see a little bit of jawing starting to go on between these two teams who know each other so well. Step toe off the right side into Amite territory down to the 47. So inside Warrior territory for the second time tonight. Go the Tigers. Under 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. It's no score.
Coach Foster was talking this week. He was talking about how he looks at this Independence team and how they remind him of his Amite Warriors from last year.
A team that is trying to put it together here and get the upset. There goes Cage, right side, breaks through 3 arm tackles and gets across the 40 down to the 39, and another first down for the Tigers. And you see one of the Warriors getting up slowly. He tried to hit Cage down low, and he's like a little tank rolling through there.
That's Milton.
Back out on the field now after we got the injured player off. It will be first down and 10 Tigers on the move here on senior night here in Independence. Step toe, quarterback keeper, design draw, and nowhere to go. Number 49 for the Warriors in there, hitting him around low. That's Alton Sopsfer.
And Hampton in on that. Pretty tough Amite Warrior defense. Last week we saw really 2 good defenses going at it. Sumner has a good one themselves, but Amite was able to gash the Cowboys.
Well, Amite's special teams kind of let them down last week, and the inability to score once they got down to the 20, which we've already seen Independence do tonight. So got to get it when you get a chance, get down there. You got to find a way to get it in that end zone.
Which is why you need a kicker.
Cage, right side, spins back, but the pursuit is there, and he gains nothing.
This makes you wonder how many games could be salvaged if you didn't have to go for everything and had a kid that could put one through the uprights.
So it'll be third down and 10.
It'll be third down 10 for the Tigers.
Well, the sad part is we've said it before for all you youngsters out there, or you parents that want your kids to play and you don't think they're quite big enough, whatever, go let them start kicking that football.
Sure.
There's always a place for them.
I told my son Brady, he plays soccer. He said, Daddy, I want to play football. I said, well, you kick pretty good. And he said, how about maybe Santa Claus will bring you a kicking tee and some goalposts for Christmas.
Step toe straight up the middle, quarterback keeper. He'll pick up about 4. Be well short and gang tackled.
Step toe.
Led by number 9, Lorenta Harrell.
It'll be fourth down.
Also in there was Brad Porter. Another one of those fourth downs where you got to go for it here. It'll be fourth down and 7.
The thing is, this ball has been on Amite's side of the 50 for most of this quarter here. And although there's no score.
Well, one thing about it, if you've noticed, when Amite's had to punt, they haven't got very good punts. So once again, special teams keeping Independence in good field position. They just haven't found a way to take advantage of it yet.
It's like, yup, they got him to jump. That's not going to be enough for a first down, I don't believe.
But it will make it a 4th and short if that is offsides. Well, let's see what the call is. It is offsides against Amite.
That was that hard count by Step Toe.
And he bobbed that head pretty good when he made it.
You're right. I believe, was it Drew Brees got flagged a couple of times for that in the Saints game last week against the Bills, and he complained about it. I guess some of the stripes are a little bit more picky about it than others.
Now 4th down and 2. Well, you can bark as loud as you want, but when you bob that head and it's demonstrative, that's misleading the defense. Right. And that was pretty evident. He did it right there, but he got away with it. So no harm, no foul. It'll be 4th down and a long 2. And that's the end of the first quarter. No score.
A shootout.
Injured on the field, hurt on the job, been in a car accident? The doctors at Anthon's Chiropractic Care will help you get back to pre-injury performance level. With treatments including chiropractic adjustments, physical therapy, and massage therapy, you will quickly begin seeing results. Anthon's even schedules Saturday appointments to ensure that your treatment will not interfere with your schedule. So give them a call at 985-542-1640 to schedule your appointment or stop by their downtown location in Hammond across from the Columbia Theater. That's Anthon's Chiropractic Care for all your chiropractic needs. It's that time of year again, and we're registering for the City of Hammond Youth Recreational Basketball League. Registration will run from now until the end of November and is open to all kids ages 5 through 14. You can pick up a registration form at the Michael J. Kinney Center or download it online at www.hammond.org. For more information, give us a call at 985-277-5900. The Hammond Recreation Department, where we bring recreation to life.
We flipped it around. First play of the second quarter. It'll be Tigers 4th and 2. Let's see if the penalty comes back to hurt the Warriors as they jumped off sides. Step toe. He's hit behind the line, and he's going to be short, and they've got him stopped.
Yep, he did not get there.
See Coach Foster on that sideline. He's pumped up there.
Will be short of the first down. The Warriors take
Faked it to Cage, and step toe off the left side. Didn't get it done.
The Amite 30-yard line.
And you know it's got to be terrible for some of these guys. You see the ones on the field that have to just stand there as they switch offense to defense going both ways.
Right.
So first down and 10. Warriors have it now at their own 30-yard line. Yet to get anything going on offense themselves.
Both teams look a little lethargic, sluggish tonight.
Waiting for that one play to excite one sideline or the other.
And it wasn't there.
Henderson on a quarterback keeper off the left side, picks up a couple. As I would probably say, not a whole lot of imagination in these two offenses so far here tonight.
It's like you're just waiting any second for something to break loose.
Well, and wisely so. You know, Amite's been kind of backed up a little bit, trying to play in a little conservative.
It'll be second down 8 for the Warriors.
Both these teams pretty good on defense.
It's almost like they're trying to lull each other to sleep and then maybe try to hit them for something big, you know?
Well, I think Amite, if they can get it out to the 50, will take their shots. But right now, playing it real conservative. This is Harrell, right side. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring up third down and about 5.
And Harrell's not a big kid. Looking at him here, we don't have any dimensions on him, but compared to Cage, he's really kind of small and has got similar numbers.
Well, he's a little more of the, I'm going to make a move and get by you. He can run with power, but Cage is just, once you hit me, you still got to bring me down. So two totally different backs, but like you said, similar numbers. Empty backfield for Henderson on 3rd and 5. Drops, he's going to roll left. Throws it up for grabs.
Tip drill.
And it should have been picked off by the Tigers.
Henderson's pass.
Number 20, Javaris Harris, the junior, had a shot at it, could not come down with it. So once again, the Warriors will have to punt it away.
And that's one of those plays where your football skills and your basketball skills come into play.
Well, that ball was just thrown up for grabs.
Who's got the hops?
Back to receive for the Tigers.
Basketball season just got going. Did you want? Would have been nice been at the Pelicans opener the other night.
Navante Brown has this one coming at him. He feels it on the run. He's up to the 40, 45.
Wow.
Good tackle at the 47 by number 29 for the Warriors, Joshua Perry, a sophomore.
Yeah, you see Brown catch that, and he was on the run when he caught it. Now, he had the sideline option, and he decided he wasn't going that route. He was just going to lower his head and take the hit to the defender.
So the Tigers, once again, with good field position to start this drive at their own 47-yard line. And who's going to chink first and take that trickery play or, you know, the deep ball down the field to try to come up with something? Both offenses pretty conservative.
Time possession definitely in the Tigers' favor.
Step toe to Cage, left side. And Amite just doing a great job of gang tackling.
Shannon Cage, the ball carrier, over the left side.
Cardell Marshall in on that tackle along with a couple of other Warriors. Picks up 2.
Second down 8 for the Tigers.
Now we've seen them to shoot that one play to step toe deep. Don't be surprised if they're going to take a shot if they do throw one to Brown. He's only played in 4 games, but he's been the one they look for deep.
Brown is to the top of your screen. Hand off to Cage. He's got a couple of yards there on a nice little nifty move there because Amite's getting good penetration into Independence backfield. He gains about 4. It's going to leave him a 3rd down and let's say 3.
Just a bruising back. You see linebacker Porter there, and Porter's a big kid, but when Cage got into him, Porter was standing straight up and had no leverage, and Cage was able to push him back a good 3 or 4 yards.
A gain of 5 for Cage.
Going to call it 3rd down and 4 now, but they are inside Warrior territory once again. Steptoe rolls right, got one man to beat as he cuts it to the corner. His speed will allow him to get out there, and he'll have a 1st down as he stepped out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
Sophomore Brandon Cole was out there on that wing, and he had a step to the inside on his defender. Steptoe had a choice, let it fly to him, but he knew he could get that 1st down himself.
Well, he had Sellers in one-on-one, and he felt like with his speed he could pick up the 1st down. They mark him out at the 38-yard line. Cage once again right side, hit the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, turns the corner, picks up about 14 and another 1st down. Actually, they mark him out at the, let's see, is that the 26-yard line, but it is another 1st down. So
and another Amite defender involved on the tackle with Cage is down.
1st and 10. Tigers again starting to move the football a little bit. Steptoe keeps it.
Nice
Good fake. Turns to the outside. Hanging on for dear life is number 21 for the Warriors, Joshua Perry.
Perry was hanging on for dear life until some of his friends showed up.
I think I just said that.
It's one of those plays where you think, he might dislocate a finger or something.
It'll be 2nd down 3 for the Tigers.
Gain of 7 on the play. But an excellent fake to Cage there. And the way Cage runs the football inside, you have to commit so many people to him that every once in a while you can pop it outside and get your big athletic quarterback on the corner. That time they pick up 7.
And so far, Coach Corona and his staff have a good game plan working here.
Inside the red zone. Cage left side, hit at the line of scrimmage. This time not a lot after the initial hit. He's down to the 16. He'll be close to the 1st down.
I'll tell you something else about Shannon Cage. When he goes into the middle of that line like that and he doesn't go down, everybody's banging on him, you don't see Cage fumble that often. And he has very good ball security.
Looks like he's about a half yard shy.
1 for the Tigers.
It'll be 3rd down. Now we saw him earlier on a 4th and 1 try to run the quarterback. And now he's going to be in the backfield by himself, so that's probably your call here too. Left side, there he goes, Steptoe. Big hole, 9-yard line and a 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Over the left side.
Now where are they marking him? Inside the 10, so that there's no opportunity for a 1st down.
1st down, Tigers.
Timeout, Warriors. So the Tigers pick up another 1st down, and they have a fresh set here at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Tigers trying to be the first one to get on the board tonight. It's 0-0 midway through the 2nd quarter.
You see Amite take that timeout right there. You know Coach Foster is not happy with what he's seeing right now. He knows what's on the line tonight.
Cage left side, makes a nice move to the outside. He'll score. Now you expect the power, and in that time the guy set to hit him, and he just made the quick step to the outside, used his speed to get to the corner. The Tigers lead it 6-0.
When he broke out to the edge and you saw there was only one Amite defender out there, I'm sorry. You're not stopping that man.
That's a 56-yard touchdown drive for the Tigers.
Now, what does Independence do here? Go for 2? That's what it looks like, huh? Or do they have a kicker?
Independence has a kicker. It's number 11. He's not on our roster, so I'm not sure of his name.
Oh, this was the kid we saw in the Laranja game.
Carlos Guerrero is his name, and he'll attempt the point after. A late addition, and this one's blocked.
He's a freshman from the soccer team.
Number 18, right up the middle, Norman Turner blocks it, so your score will be Independence 6, Amite nothing. So Guerrero to kick it off for the Tigers. 6:34 left in the second quarter.
Now 6-0 was the score Independence posted up last week against Bogalusa before eventually falling 14-6. Coach Corona does not want a repeat of that.
Well, this is the ever so important. They got to get a decent kickoff and a good coverage. They've kept field position in their favor all night long.
They don't have a kicking tee.
No tee.
So Guerrero only takes a couple of steps before he kicks it out. Look for a short directional kick. End over end, it'll be caught at about the 20-yard line. This is Vining, middle of the field. He's got a little bit of a lane. He's across the 40, out to the 48. Nice return by Vining, and Amite will get some good field position to start this drive. See if they can answer back the Independent score.
Biggest play of the game so far for Amite.
First little bit of excitement you've seen out of the Amite team there.
Well, Vining was a little frustrated. He ran into one of his own players and then stumbled coming through as he got to the 50-yard line.
So ball right at the 50. Amite's first chance to get into Tiger territory tonight. Hampton, your fullback, Harrell, the tailback. It'll be Harrell off the left side. We got a flag down. Nice cut back to the middle. Breaks a tackle. Tiger 40, 35, down to the 33, but we got to wait the penalty.
Terrell, the ball carrier.
Morgan on the tackle.
By number 22, Damian Morgan. Penalty markers down.
Waving that one off, too.
No flag.
That's 2 wave-offs tonight.
And I don't understand that. We don't get the explanation, but you see the head referee explaining to defense coordinator Mike Young why it was waved off. But a big run there. Nice job by Harrell cutting back against the grain. Henderson swing pass to the outside. Pick up about 9 on the play. He'll be close to a first down. That was completed, I believe, to number 3, Devonta Smith.
Yeah, good play.
Complete to number 3.
And we talked about Amite needing to get close to that 50 so they could open up their offense, and now you've seen it.
Seeing it, yep.
5:45 and counting here before the half. The Warriors have that, looks to be close to a first down. They haven't actually marked it off yet.
Well, you know, typically Amite has the speed burners around. With Harrell running the ball well, they can get it into the hands of some of these playmakers.
And it looks like they're going to take a timeout to bring the chains out to measure.
What says short.
Tonight's game is also sponsored by the Barbecue Station. Come by tonight for the
if it's short, it ain't by much.
It is short by at least a half a yard, so it will be second down and a half yard. So each team kind of gets to cheat a little bit and get an extra timeout here in the half as they all run to the sideline while they make the measurement. And sometimes you'll see coaches call for those measurements.
They measure that thing.
Just so they can get that little timeout.
You saw Sean Payton do it last week in the Saints game. He knew that ball was short. He said, I want you to measure that thing, but it gave him time to talk to Drew and get the right play.
For the Warriors.
So 2.5 yard. Ball just inside the 25-yard line of the Tigers. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Harrell, right side, open gate, wide open, untouched, end zone, touchdown, and we're tied.
Quick like.
Touchdown, Amite.
That opened up like the Red Sea.
Great job by the offensive line of the Warriors. And looked like that little touchdown from the Tigers might have awakened Amite as they looked real sluggish early on, but now they've tied it and they'll have to go for 2. As they really do not have a kicker. It's Harrell. He stutters at the line and he'll be knocked down short, so we remain tied at 6 with 5:23 to go here in the first half. So the Warriors have tied it at 6. They'll have to kick it off here. Number 32 in for Amite to do the kicking is Jeffrey Devon. Cage and McLean, the deep backs, but let's see if they kick it deep or they try one of those directional kicks.
You see a lot of that.
Well, when you don't have the type kicker that can kick it deep, give your coverage, you have to kind of pinpoint it and short and hope that you can make the tackle immediately. Nice end over end kick. It's high. Cage to field it at the 10. Comes left. Cage turns the corner. All the way out to the 33, so Tigers, decent field position. It's a tie ball game, so after a slow starting first quarter and midway through the second quarter, we've had a little back-to-back action here, bringing a little bit of excitement to our WSTY game of the week here from Independence. It's Tigers 6 and Warriors 6.
Well, not that you need any help with your ego, but you were exactly right. As soon as Amite got across that 50-yard line and started opening up that offense again, and they were able to stick one in the end zone.
Well, and Coach Foster knows that he doesn't want to make mistakes on his own end of his field, so he's playing a little bit conservative. He knows what he's doing over there. So here comes Steptoe. Got plenty of time on the play clock.
We're going to burn that last set. No timeout. This referee threw a flag.
Penalty marker down.
They're going to wave this off. Are you kidding me? Well, there's your third waved off flag, folks.
They waved off the flag because they're saying he got the timeout before the penalty, and we'll take a timeout. And we're back, and I believe that's the last timeout for Amite this half. 1st and 10 Tigers. Steptoe hands off to Cage right side. He's hit immediately, but that body lean gets him forward, picks up a couple.
He just leans forward for 2 yards.
Gain of about 3.
You know, sitting there looking at the two teams, and, you know, we hit the meat of our schedule over the past month, and I'm like, man, something looks weird. Something's missing out there. I don't see any pink. We just flipped into November. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is over.
So they'll give him 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Cage again, right side, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, has the first down out to the 44. And he is just a handful to bring down.
Averaging 124 yards per game. And just as a side note, that is the best average in the Keith Corona era.
It'll be 1st down for the Tigers.
So Tigers get it out to their own 44-yard line. There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the half, and they would like nothing more than to eat up this 4 minutes and drive down and score right before the half. Brown at the bottom of your screen. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. He's hit immediately. Big number 79, Devon Johnson. And there's somebody's helmet on the ground.
Yeah, that was a collision right there.
It'll be 2nd down, 7.
That is a big kid, number 79.
Pick up a 3. Actually, they're going to give him looks more like 4. So Independent's doing a pretty good job of making something on when there's not a lot there, you know. Like they're getting hit at the line of scrimmage, they're still picking up 2 and 3. As long as they don't get penalties or have turnovers, this offense can work that way. What kills you in this kind of offense when you're only gaining 3 or 4 yards a carry is those penalties, and they've done a good job tonight of not shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, getting themselves in a hole.
Step toe again, cross,
Ball.
fumbles the football, it's loose. Amite has it.
He's gonna go.
The big man's going to the left. Cage gonna run him down though at the 20, but it will set up Warriors.
The one thing you just couldn't do if you're Independence is that.
Looked like number 62, Devin Temple, a freshman who caught the ball out of the air and ran it back to the 20. And old things not looking good for the Tigers right now. Big Mo has switched to the Warriors.
We were sitting here talking about how this offense is very effective, and they're keeping the ball. They're not getting themselves in long yardage situations, but more importantly, they were keeping Amite's offense off the field. And now you give up the big fumble. Credit Shannon Cage for running him down. But Amite set up pretty good right now.
Cage, one of those kids that just doesn't quit, plays hard the whole game till the whistle blows. But Amite now with a chance to take the lead before the half. 3:07 to go here. It's a 6-6 tie. Henderson looking to throw. Now he'll roll left, trying to get to the corner. He does. Number 56, Eddie Crosby, was out there, but the speed got around him and picks up, I believe, another first down, depending on the spot. It is, and it will be 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, Crosby gave him a go and just could not get to him.
Right there, Henderson dropped back to throw it, just saw a lot of open ground to the left with one man to beat and figured, hey, I'll take the one-on-one matchup, and he won it.
He was looking for Vining on that play.
Harrell right up the middle. Now he tries to go. And he fumbled, and Independence gets it back.
As Harrell broke to the left, the ball came right out of his hand and went right to the Independence Tiger.
Didn't even look like he was touched and just fumbled the football. So a weird turnaround here. You would think Halloween was last night, but it almost feels like it tonight. So the Tigers now with 2:44 to go here. Amite has no timeouts. They really have to pick up a first down here, try to go to halftime, tied at 6. Cannot afford a mistake, and you don't want to have to punt out of your end zone back here.
Absolutely, and Independence will be happy going in 6-6, but you see Amite give the ball right back to Independence. That's another one of those missed opportunities by the Warriors that's plagued them this year.
Give it to Cage. Makes a nice move to the outside. Somebody was brave enough to hit him low.
That was Harrell, Lorenta Harrell. And if you're going to go at him low, which is what Harrell did.
Just don't want to have that head down when one of them big knees is coming up. Pick up a 2, 2nd down and 8. But for the Tigers, they want to work as much time off this clock, but they need a first down.
Channel 22 local cable. It will replay Saturday at 9 p.m.
They can get this under 2 minutes before they have to snap it on 2nd down.
Wednesday at 5 p.m. Or
yeah, they're not in any hurry.
In its entirety on the WSBI
as they shouldn't be.
Facebook page.
Because even if you have to punt it away, you don't want to give AB any time left, especially with no timeouts left.
He's going to have to hurry here. You don't want to get a delay.
Quarterback keeper off the left side, nowhere to go. Number 26, Larry Johnson, got him down low.
Let's see when they wind this thing.
Pick up a 1 on the play.
Step-toe keeps up the middle.
Can get it down to about a minute 10 before they'll have to snap it away here.
Also, just a reminder.
And it just goes to show you those 2 or 3 times when they couldn't get the play in and Amite forced to burn timeouts. Now if they get the ball back, they'll have little time and no timeouts. Right. It comes back to haunt them.
This is where it hurts you.
The 50-50 prize tonight.
Like you said, Independence content with this right now. Amite's not.
Barely gets the playoff. This is step toe coming to the outside. Nowhere to go.
Sure did look like a face mask from here.
No flag on the play. I guess the guy on this side is not going to throw it because he's going to wave it off anyway. So.
I'm glad you said that.
And we got a Warrior down. So the young man, Marshall, the linebacker, gets off the field under his own power. Good to see that. Didn't look good at the beginning. He was face down and didn't move for a few minutes.
He was walking, so that's also good.
But they got him up, walked him off the field, so now the clock has started. And the Tigers will have to punt it away. Snapped it with 1 second, gets a kick. Nobody back for Amite. So if the Tigers
don't touch it,
they should not touch the ball.
And that's a mistake.
Why would you touch the ball? You would have lost another. You can see Coach Sporty Davis on the sideline going,
so what are you doing?
Why did you touch the football? We could have burned another 5-6 seconds off.
It had definitely got it up under 10 seconds. Amite's going to have to pull off something awfully crafty here to get in the end zone.
Well, you'll see. We'll see if Coach Foster decides to maybe throw one up for grabs down there, see if he can't get a play or a call. But otherwise, a back and forth first quarter and a half, and then all of a sudden we exchanged touchdowns, and it looked like one team was going to score and 2 turnovers, and we're still knotted at 6 here late in the first half of our WSTY game of the week. It's Amite and Independence battling it out here in Indy.
What you would come to expect from an Independence Amite game, even though the records are a lot different this year.
3 receivers to the top of your screen. Henderson trying to set up the middle screen.
Binding.
This is Binding. And they're going to get it down, and that's going to stop the clock at 2.7 seconds. They're trying to tell Henderson, get up to the line, be ready to spike the football, and try to get off one more play.
Gain of 21.
He didn't get it off.
And that's the end of the first
He did not get it off.
And why are you calling plays there? You just snap it quickly. So we go to half, tied at 6. It's Independence and Amite in a battle.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the drum major, Ivy, Mr. Too Smooth Gray. Give it to him, Ivy. Give it to him, Ivy. Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him, Ivy. Along with the drum major, Mr. Too Smooth Gray. Good job, ladies. Yeah, nice and smooth. We are now enjoying the sound of the Blackport. Okay, now what's going on? Wait a minute. Is that a warrior? Oh. Wait a minute. Hey, talk about on here. Can't have that going on. Don't jump the man. It's just a football game. It's just a football game. Oh, Lord. Pick him up. No. Do not have good sportsmanship, please. Look at you. Get up. You should have been down in the room. Okay, now the Thundercats are about to take this side this halftime show to the 504. You know. Get it ready. Now get it ready. Hey, get it ready. Hey, get it ready. Now get it ready. Hey, talk. I say talk that stuff now, roll with it. Talk that stuff now, roll with it. Talk that stuff now, roll with it. Talk that stuff now. Is you saying? What is you saying? What is you saying? Hey, what we tell them? I'm not gonna let you slide. I'm not gonna let you slide. I'm not gonna let you. Y'all give it up for the Independence High School man from Thundercats. As we leave the field,
Injured on the field, hurt on the job, been in a car accident? The doctors at Anthon's Chiropractic Care will help you get back to pre-injury performance level. With treatments including chiropractic adjustments, physical therapy, and massage therapy, you will quickly begin seeing results. Anthon's even schedules Saturday appointments to ensure that your treatment will not interfere with your schedule. So give them a call at 985-542-1640 to schedule your appointment or stop by their downtown location in Hammond across from the Columbia Theater. That's Anthon's Chiropractic Care for all your chiropractic needs.
We are back after the halftime show, and it'll be Guerrero to kick it off. Amite will get it to start the second half. Matt, the first half, very defensive-oriented through the first quarter and a half. Then all of a sudden, Independent scored, and it seemed like it woke Amite up.
Yeah, and then they traded turnovers.
Vining will go back toward the middle of the field. He had a big return in the first half. He gets it out to the 35, and that's where Amite will have it for the first time. Swapped a couple of turnovers, and basically it was one of them kept trading little jabs, but nobody throwing the big haymakers. Let's see who's going to throw the big haymaker here in the second half to help their ball club win the game. As we talked about earlier in the broadcast, Independence is having a little bit of a down year. They're trying to play smaller tonight as Amite controls their own destiny to get a part of this district title. They're one of three teams tied along with LaRanger and Sumner with a one loss, and if they could win Independence night and beat Albany next week, they would be guaranteed at least a share of the district championship.
Yeah, LaRanger and Sumner squaring off tonight, so one of those teams is going to come out of that game at 3-1.
Here goes Harrell, wide open up the middle, 45, 50, and down to the 47-yard line. Number 22 for the Tigers there, Damian Morgan, got him down late, but that was a big hole up the middle.
Is Amite going no huddle?
Amite running a little bit of a hurry up here.
Independence 47-yard line.
Harrell behind Hampton. Hampton pushes the pile. Harrell will lead forward. He picks up about 4.
Carries over the left side.
Let's see if they stay with this style of offense.
Gain of 4.
Well, I'm sure Coach Foster told him at halftime, we got to put a little more pressure on them. A little conservative in that first half, but found some things going late. Harrell had one of the big turnovers down there.
Well, important for Amite to get this lead because Independence just is not geared that well to come from behind.
Pitch to Harrell, left side, Hampton out front, seals the block on the outside against McLean, and they'll pick up the first down.
Warriors are on the move.
Burrell carries over the left side. Gain of 8.
And, you know, talking to Coach Foster before the game, so impressed with the young man, Harrell, the sophomore tailback, who is got to be getting close to that 1,000-yard mark for the season.
Oh, I think he's definitely gone over with a couple of bursts that we've seen tonight.
So 1st and 10, here's Harrell. And nothing there. This time, Independence in the backfield, number 55, Shaq McLean.
Big Shaq.
And also in there, one come flying in was number 1, Jacavius McGee. So they'll lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. So early third quarter here in the WSTY game of the week as the Amite Warriors come into town to battle their arch rival, the Independence Tigers. I'm Darrell Smith along with Matt Guerrero, cameraman Butch Lee, bringing you tonight's action.
Shaquille McLean.
Tigers showing blitz again. Here they come. McLean coming up. Henderson rears back, throws it up for grabs. Should be picked off.
Nice pick.
And it is at the 11-yard line. Number 22, Damian Morgan, the sophomore, comes up with the pick.
Well, Vining was on the streak there, and that's who he was looking for, but he just hung it up.
Well, that time, that pressure from McLean up the middle, and Henderson threw it off his black leg and just threw it straight up the air. And it's another turnover for the Warriors. It looked like they were starting to move a little bit.
The first down, Tigers.
Well, you saw Independence stuff that one run play right at the line, and then they go to the pass.
So now they've got the Tigers backed up at their own 11. It's anybody's ball game here tonight. Neither team looks like they want to grasp control of this football game.
Henderson threw the ball pretty effectively against Sumner, but not having as easy a go of it here tonight.
Cage left side, nowhere to go. Hit by number 26, Larry Johnson.
Number 28, Shannon Cage, the ball carrier.
And you can feel the temperature dropping out here as we've put our nice WSTY jackets provided by SNS Sports Center on.
They are one of our sponsors, as they will have each week. We'll pick the SNS Sports Center Player of the Week at the end of this football game. Player of the Week, I should say Player of the Game, but it is our pick for the week because this is our game here in Independence. The spot of a lot of great matchups between these two teams over the years. Quarterback, step-toe keeper, and nowhere to go.
Yeah, and you know this is a big rivalry when word got out today that actually the USA Today was trying to contact people from this area to get some information on this game.
Devin Johnson in the backfield, the big man once again. He'll come off the field on 3rd down as it'll be 3rd down and 13.
See, and this is where Independence has trouble when they get in these long 3rd and long situations, buried deep in their own end. This doesn't look very good for Independence.
Well, and the problem is now you're going to have to, if you don't pick up this 3rd down, punt from your own end zone. Neither team's showing a whole lot out of their punters here tonight. So right now, Amite just wants to stop them and get the football back in great field position. Low snap, fumble, step toe now off the right side. Breaks the tackle, gets it out to the 20. And depending on the spot, he's going to be close, but I think he's going to be about a half yard shy.
At the very least, they broke this thing out a little further.
And looks like they're going to measure this one.
Butch says not even close.
Yeah, it looks to be probably almost a yard shy.
We pointed out the LaRanja Sumner matchup that's going on up the road here in Tangipahoa Parish. Ponchatoula with a huge game tonight against St. Paul. St. Paul's getting upset by Covington last week, and actually in a blowout, which gave Ponchatoula a share of the lead in that 6-5A district. Ponchatoula looking to win that district this year if they can take out the Wolves.
Tonight's game brought to you by Dixie RV Superstores, Bill Hood Automotive Group, Anthon's Chiropractic Clinic, Louisiana Ballroom Dance, and Hammond Recreation Department, Mounters Tires, and Jim's Paint and Body, helping us get tonight's action on. Next week, another one of those rivalry matchups as we will be in the aforementioned Ponchatoula down in the swamp where the Hammond High Tours come to town. Now, the Tours, record-wise, don't have a very good season going on, but I tell you what, they played some games that were really close, lost a lot. So first-year interim coach there doing a pretty good job with the Tours.
Yep.
Quick kick. It's going to hit at the 44 and take a Independence bounce all the way down to the 44-yard line of Amite. So decent field position for the Warriors. They'll get it. And now 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and it's just kind of one of them games like we started out the game. They're just kind of feeling each other out here. And we've seen over the years that these games there's always been some scoring and whatever. So tonight's matchup a little bit on that the side where you hey, something needs to happen here. Is everybody's on the edge of their seats just waiting for us. So let's see who can make it happen here in the second half and get out here with a victory.
And with these two teams, you never know. I mean, we could go to the fourth quarter tied 6-6, and before you know it, it's 30-something, 30-something.
So first down, 10. Hands to Harrell. Nice cut back inside for Harrell. He'll pick up 12 and a first down.
Now you see Harrell starting to roll up some yardage.
Crosby got the penetration, but unable to bring down Harrell as he made him miss.
And like you had pointed out in the first half, Harrell's that shifty runner. He finds those holes and picks his way, but he has that big burst.
Well, he makes that move sideways, but he gets north and south real quick and loves to cut back against the grain. Here he goes again, Harrell. Slips this time after he picks up about 3.
Yeah, you would mention some of Hammond this year. Games on extra points. That's a hard pill to swallow. They did pick up their first district victory last week against North Shore, although I did read that they had to forfeit a game, the one they won against South Pike.
Yeah, used an illegal player. Here goes Harrell up the middle. Solid run, still on his feet, all the way down to the 26-yard line. And Amite's got it going.
If Amite doesn't shoot themselves in the foot, they've really got the offense rolling right now.
Well, this offensive line has seized control. Independent's got a lot of guys playing both ways on these lines here, and you kind of get wore down in the ball game. And right now, Amite taking advantage. And they're going to ride the horse, although they have made a change here. This is Devin Head on the carry, giving Harrell a little bit of rest. Not much there on the carry.
Number 1, Devin Head, the ball carrier.
6:41 and counting here, third quarter. We're tied at 6, but Amite on the move. Second down and 8.
It'll be second down 8 for the Warriors.
Head again, this time on the right side. Not a lot there. Good penetration. Looked like McGee in there on the tackle, along with number 61, Rashad Johnson.
Soon they're giving Harrell good rest. You see him come back in the game now. They want him with fresh legs if they get down there near that goal line.
So third down and 7.
Gain of 1, it'll be third down.
And we know that this is 4-down territory for Amite.
The Independence 22-yard line.
Pitch to Harrell, left side. Good job out there on the outside. Number 9 for the Tigers, Javar Terrell. Got upfield, hit him in the backfield, and threw him down for about a yard loss. So now, fourth down and 8.
It'll be fourth
Hakeem
down 8 for the
McCarroll
Warriors.
in on that tackle as well.
Good
job by Independence not letting Harrell get that corner.
Warriors, fourth down and 8. Independence looking a little confused there on defense, but Amite hadn't gotten the play in yet, so they got time to recover. Henderson dropping the throw, screen over the middle. This is Harrell. He cuts upfield. He's to the 15, and he's going to have the first down.
That's that little screen to Harrell. We've seen him run a couple of times. Very effective play for Amite.
Gain of 10. It'll be a first down for the Warriors.
And we've got an Independence Tiger down as Crosby can't get on the field. So first down and 10 from the 15 as Crosby gets the cramps worked out, and he's on the sideline right now. It's Harrell as your tailback behind Hampton. Independence jump, but no flag. This is Harrell, left side, big hole.
Yeah. Nice blocking on the left side of that Amite offensive line.
Picks up 7 or 8 on the carry. It'll be second down. And right now, this offensive line for the Warriors really starting to open some gaps in that defensive line of the Tigers. Harrell, left side, kind of stacked up at the line of scrimmage, but he'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, you saw the Independence defense. They all slanted to the right. Like they had a pretty good idea where Harrell wanted to go with that.
Well, what I noticed coming to this game, and I've been coming to Independence games for quite a few years now, I'm looking at the sideline, and there might be 15 to 20 kids left on the sideline. There was a time when you came to an Independence home game, and you could count in the 90s to 100 number of players dressed out. So the depth number is just not here for the Tigers this year. It looks like they may be starting to get wore down a little bit. Harrell, good job there as Independence got some penetration. They're going to stop him short and force a fourth down. McGee at the bottom of the pile.
Hakeem McLean in on that as well, the sophomore. And on top of what you're saying, how many times we come to these Amite Independence games, Daryl, and these stands are packed to capacity. There's people standing around the outside of the gates, and you're just not really seeing that here tonight.
And Independence jumps offside. I'm not sure if they were drawn, but flags fly. And if it's against the Tigers, which it looks like it is, it's half the distance to the goal, and it will be first and goal. So a mental mistake trying to get the jump.
Hasn't been a whole lot of flags tonight. We've seen 3 of them waved off, but a very bad time for Independence to pull that one.
Ball will be spotted at the Independence 3-yard line.
So now first and goal for the Warriors. It will be Harrell, the tailback. You would expect him to get the football here and try to put Amite on top. And a good job there by the Tigers. Looks like number 42 there, Belazon, who cuts behind the line and gets him before he get ahead of steam going. It'll be second and goal.
Yeah, Belazon wrapping him up right at the line. But still plenty of downs to go for Amite to punch this thing in.
For the Warriors from the Independence 2-yard line.
That time Harrell didn't follow Hampton into the hole, tried to cut it back, but had somebody was there, Belazon, waiting on him. Now he's going to go off the left side. He's not going to get it, plus a flag is down.
Burrell carries over the left side.
Where that's thrown, it looks like it could possibly be holding.
Holding Amite. That's going to back them up 10. They'll replay second down. Moves the ball back all the way to the 14 where it will be second and goal. So the Independence defense hanging on here.
And again, usually we're contending with some crowd noise in one of these games. We're having more competition with the loudspeaker up here.
Henderson rolls right, left-hander throws it, nowhere close. Intended for number 25, Solomon.
Damon Morgan on the coverage, and he had the receiver blanketed pretty good.
And I know you have to change it up, and you have to make your quarterback roll to his opposite hand sometimes, but a left-handed quarterback rolling right is always tough. But when you don't throw that much, it almost would seem you like want to roll him to his strong side.
Try to give him every advantage you can.
And talking about somebody that would roll to their opposite hand and throw the football, probably the best I've seen in this area was Antron Sieber right here for the Tigers. That kid had a cannon and could roll to his left and throw right-handed as good as anybody. Henderson, now he's going to roll right, lobs it out. Completed, but he is surrounded by Tigers and dropped down at the 11, and it will be fourth down and goal.
And he did not see Vining on the post pattern. Vining was all alone streaking into the end zone.
This is a big play here. It's fourth down and goal. Not sure Amite
at the 11-yard line.
will come up with here. They have to go for it.
And goal for the Warriors.
Huge play in this football game.
That's why he had to get rid of it when he didn't want to. They're taking the fullback out the ball game. So Henderson will be in the gun. He'll be flanked by Downing. He's got wide outs left and right. Downing goes in motion.
Keep an eye on Viney.
Sends Downing in motion. Henderson's going to roll to his left, zips it across the middle, got a man open, touchdown. Smith.
Henderson's pass complete for a touchdown.
So give Coach Foster credit. Great play call and good execution, and they take the lead 12-6.
Well, Smith didn't run anything fancy. He got into the end zone and found the gap in that Tiger defense and just waited on the football.
Well, sent all those receivers out in the pattern, and Independence got a little confused and lost him there, and he picks up the touchdown. They'll go for 2.
Took him a while to get that play call in.
Henderson.
Oh, my goodness.
Right into the hands of Smith, and he dropped it, but it will be Amite 12, Independence 6 with 1:17 to go here in the third quarter.
The Amite Warriors 12.
So the Warriors take the lead. They'll be kicking it off.
Number 8, Hakeem McLean, and number 28,
McLean and Cage back deep for the Tigers.
Devon kicking off.
Trail for the first time tonight. Nice kick. McLean from his 2. Runs into a pile of Warriors and nowhere to go, and he's out to his 23-yard line. Tackle made by number 35, Tobias Hampton. So let's see how Independence reacts after they get scored on. We saw what Amite did in the first half. Independence scored, and they immediately marched down the field and tied the game. But this Independence team to me looks like it's getting a little tired of a lot of guys going both ways.
Yeah, you see a few of them really starting to drag, getting on and off the field. Let's see what Coach Corona can come up with. He's got to get these Tigers down the field and in the end zone. And that last thing you want to do is give this right back to Amite.
Steptoe on the pitch to the outside the cage. Makes a nice move inside. Now he cuts back against the grain. He's rumbling. He's bubbling. He's out to midfield. Still on his feet. Pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line. As big as Shannon Cage is and as powerful as he is, you saw right there how nifty he is also. So Downing up, gets off the field under his own power, looked a little woozy. He must have took a shot on maybe a crackback block. I did not catch it, but anyway, Independence to the 42-yard line of Amite trying to answer. Here goes the pass deep, got a man out there and overthrown. Pass intended for number 4, Navante Brown. Had a half a step, but overthrown by Steptoe.
Yeah, it was a tremendous block on Downing that took him down like that. Downing never saw it coming. You see the pass to Brown there, a little bit less air on it, and that's 6.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10, ball resting at the 42-yard line of Amite. Late third quarter, 53 seconds to go. Short pitch to Cage. Runs through one man. He'll get it down to about the 39.
Cage the ball carrier over the left side.
How often does Cage dispatch the first would-be tackler?
And that is the exact word you are looking for, dispatch. He just gave him the stiff arm right by him, and a couple of Warriors in came up and hit him. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
I know it's kind of hard for us to tabulate the stats here, but I'd love to know what Cage's yards after contact are.
His yak, as they say.
Yeah.
Give it to Cage, right side. He's got the first down and more inside the 30, down to the 26. So now the Independence offensive line asserting themselves.
Here you go. Independence right back down the field. on the back of Shannon Cage. Of course, he had the big run.
Clock stopped with 39. Now they'll wind it. They'll have to run at least one more play here in the third quarter.
I don't think you'll see Coach Corona pull Cage out of the game for a breather.
Can ill afford to lose either him or Steptoe here. They've been their offense. There goes Steptoe looking to throw. Being pressured on the outside. Now he'll run it, but he is going to be sacked for a loss of about 4.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Warriors there.
And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter with your score, Amite 12, Independence 6.
Will be second down 13 for the Tigers.
Injured on the field, hurt on the job, been in a car accident? The doctors at Anthon's Chiropractic Care will help you get back to pre-injury performance level. With treatments including chiropractic adjustments, physical therapy, and massage therapy, you will quickly begin seeing results. Anthon's even schedules Saturday appointments to ensure that your treatment will not interfere with your schedule. So give them a call at 985-542-1640 to schedule your appointment or stop by their downtown location in Hammond across from the Columbia Theater. That's Anthon's Chiropractic Care for all your chiropractic needs. It's that time of year again, and we're registering for the City of Hammond Youth Recreational Basketball League. Registration will run from now until the end of November and is open to all kids ages 5 through 14. You can pick up a registration form at the Michael J. Kinney Center or download it online at www.hammond.org. For more information, give us a call at 985-277-5900, the Hammond Recreation Department, where we bring recreation to life.
So after the loss on the sack, we start the fourth quarter with a second down and 13 for the Tigers. They've marched it all the way down to the Amite 29, but have hit a little bit of snag here. Cage fakes it. Now he'll run it, and they did not fall for that Wildcat formation. They brought Steptoe in motion and faked the speed play. He kept it himself. No gain on the play, and it will be fourth down.
No gain.
A little trickery. But is it trickery? It doesn't have to work to be trickery.
A little trickeration.
13 for the Tigers.
They're saying it is third down. I must have lost a down somewhere there. So it'll be third down and 14. See if they decide to go to the air here. Steptoe from the shotgun. He's looking to throw. Trying to set up a screen to Cage.
Ooh.
And he is going to be stuck, and the ball pops free. So no catch. That was number 53, Brad Porter, who hit him from behind with a forearm.
It'll be fourth down 13.
A pretty good play call, just not very well executed, and not fooled at all was the Warrior defense.
And Porter timed it very well. He gets there any earlier, it's going to draw the flag.
Did not give Cage a chance to catch and turn and get those shoulders square. He was able to knock it loose, and now on 4th and 14, the Tigers have to go for it from the 30.
Looked like a pretty vicious hit on Cage, but Cage pops right back up and tells Porter, hey, good lick.
Now they're going to go with the Wildcat formation, McLean, but I think there's confusion, and Independence will be forced to take a timeout. Early fourth quarter, big fourth down play. Tigers trail by 6, and it's fourth down and 14. Crowded backfield back there to be McLean. They got Steptoe down at the bottom. He's going to look to try to throw it up, see if Steptoe can go up and make a play.
And that's what it was.
Great coverage by the Warriors, batted down by number 13, Myron Dokes Jr., a freshman, and the Warriors hold, and they'll get the football at their own 30-yard line.
Well, we saw that alignment earlier in the game where Steptoe split out to the left side, and McLean chucked it to him. I'm sure Amite was not fooled at all by that. Again, into double coverage.
They showed that play before the timeout that McLean was going to be the quarterback, so I can promise you they knew that was coming from a mile away. 11:09 to go in the fourth quarter of the WSTY Channel 22 Game of the Week. It is Amite 12 and Independence 6. The self-proclaimed A-team on the job tonight. Our cameraman, the immortal one, Mr. Butch Lee, the round mound of sound, Matt Greer, and I'm the big dog, And it has been kind of one of them games that keeps you waiting for something exciting to really happen. But so far in the second half, it's been the Amite offense that has really done the job. Here goes Harrell off the right side. Flag down in the area of holding. He'll pick up about 4, but let's see what the flag is.
We're the self-proclaimed A team? I thought that's what people were saying about us.
Penalty marker down.
And I'd like you to name one person you ever heard say it aside from yourself.
Roger Gill?
Yeah, but Roger lies.
Fine folks from Tangy 96.5 are standing to our right. Roger Gill and company.
You know, it's amazing. There's 2 egos this big that can stand next to each other on top of the press box.
I can't believe I'm not in between y'all.
Yeah, but we get along.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. It is now first down and 21. So if you're Independence, that's a great play for you. You just got to stop and get them to punt the football here. You can get great field position.
19-yard line.
Harrell has been running wild here in the second half. Two receivers to the bottom of your screen, but it's going to be Harrell off the right side. Tries to cut back to the middle. Picks up about 3. McLean on the tackle with a help from some of his friends.
61, Rashad Johnson.
Clock continues to tick. We're 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and as the time ticks down, each possession becomes more and more valuable.
Independence just itching to get their hands back on this thing.
Harrell off the field for this one. It will be an empty backfield for Henderson, and Amite will be forced to take a timeout as they get some confusion. Second down and 19.
Independence is going to call timeout again, and Coach Young is not happy.
So the Tigers burn their second timeout of the half.
Timeout, and all your local shopping.
So some confusion from the Independence defense, forced to burn their second timeout of the second half.
Timeout they're probably going to need.
Empty backfield for Henderson. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. He's looking this way. Pass to the inside, complete, but McLean knocks it loose. It was in the hands of Jordan Baldwin, but knocked loose by McLean, and that brings up a third down and long.
Incomplete.
Clock stop with 10 minutes to go. So the Independence defense doing what they need to do here, trying to force that punt so they can pick up that great field position, because they're going to need that short field here.
One more big stop by the Tigers here. They look to get this ball back in pretty good shape, plenty of time.
Tigers showing blitz. We're going to get a flag down. A legal procedure against the Warriors.
Amite helping them out a little bit. And you know what it's going to be on those linemen when they throw the flag and you got 3 linemen looking at the referee going, I didn't do anything.
But somebody did, and it'll back them up 5.
Coach Foster is arguing it over there. He's not happy about the call. I wonder if that was on Vining out there at the wideout position. Maybe it wasn't a lineman.
So third down and 24.
16-yard line.
Corner blitz coming. Henderson goes to the outside, throws it deep, got a man out there, but instead of keeping running, he tried to turn around, started that backpedaling, and that was intended for Kahn, and no go, and it'll be fourth down in a punting situation. Now the Tigers can come up with good field position here.
Yeah, he got turned around every which way, but Lewis was able to, I believe, get a finger on it, but no way he was coming down with that pass.
And right here, you can kind of see the coaches on the sideline saying, hey, it was a high kick, fair catch it. We cannot have a mistake here on the special teams.
I believe it's that Brown back there to receive this thing. This place will erupt if Brown gets a return off for a touchdown here.
Late player coming in for Amite out on the wing. got the snap, no pressure, gets it away. Low wobbly kick will take a Amite bounce and roll all the way back and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So the Tigers will have decent field position here. Coming up this weekend in Louisiana, one of the bigger ball games for our area, you have actually the number 25 ranked Southeastern Lions traveling to Lake Charles to take on the McNeese State Cowboys, number 4 in the FCS.
FCS, that's the first time they've been ranked there since I think Hal Mummy was here in 02. This is a monster game for Southeastern. Playing really well right now.
Well, and two more games against ranked teams in the FCS to follow this one. So if they could travel over and knock off McNeese, what a boost it would be for Coach Roberts and the Southeastern Lions.
They're loading up the buses in Hammond and going to bring a big contingency from Hammond over to Lafayette.
I would love to be on that bus, but not going to be able to make it tomorrow. Bad snap over the head. Here goes Steptoe. Should just fall on it. He does not. And I believe Amite's going to come up with the football. Tried to pick it up. How many times have we seen it? And Amite will have the football at the 23-yard line.
And that's a backbreaker.
Well, it is definitely a backbreaker if somehow Amite can go ahead in and take it in and score from the short field.
Well, you saw as Steptoe got to it, there was that indecision. Am I going to pick this up or am I going to fall on it? And too late, he decided to fall on it, and Amite was there to get it.
Got to just dive and get on the football, but a horrible snap, a good 2 feet over the head of Steptoe, and he's a tall kid. So bad mistake there by the Tigers. Let's see if the Warriors can capitalize.
In other sports, my Red Sox won the World Series. How about them Bears, man?
That they did.
That'll be the 3rd World Series title in the past 10 years.
Waiting for the play, first down and 10. Look for him to go back to Harrell. Here's his carry, right side, positive yards, carrying the pile. Close to a first down. You can see the momentum. The air just went out of the Tigers on that fumble.
Well, I mean, Independence defense has been playing their tails off, and they had the big stand down there, force Amite to punt, and one play, and they're back on the field. Backs against the wall as well.
Well, you know, and that's the dangers out of playing at that shotgun. You always have the chance of that bad snap going over the head or fumbling it.
Correction, make that the 14-yard.
Here goes Harrell again off the right side, right up the middle. He's going to get down to about the 7. It'll be second down. Under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Amite up 12-6.
Yeah, the Tigers just look tired.
Belazon's helmet came also. He has to come out for a play, replaced by Covington.
4 for the Warriors.
2nd and 5. Henderson, but there's a flag down. There's 2 flags down.
Crosby involved in this. There was something right in the middle. You saw Crosby get rolled.
Henderson takes it around the corner and skirts in for the touchdown, but I believe this one might be coming back.
Yeah, Crosby's not happy either. There's some words being exchanged, and his teammates have pulled him off.
Holding. And that'll back him up 10 and negate the touchdown.
Ball will now be spotted at the Independence 19-yard line.
Ball backed up to the 19, must reach the 4 for a first down. So it's 2nd down and 15, excuse me. And once again, we talked about the lack of a kicking game, so they've got to pick up the first down or get the touchdown. Looking to throw is Henderson. Pressure up the middle. Got a man open. Touchdown. Smith caught the touchdown and a strike by Henderson.
That's the second one for Smith, and that was just a simple slant in move. Henderson hit him on the numbers. Beautiful play.
And we talked about it. When you bring that pressure up the middle, the one area of the field that is usually open is the middle of the field, and that time they took advantage of it, and the Warriors lead it 18-6. They will go for two. Harrell, right side, skips his way in, and the two-point conversion is good. 20-6 is your score as Amite has taken control here midway through the fourth quarter.
The two-point conversion is good.
So the Warriors have asserted themselves here and take advantage of the turnover to lead it 20-6. 8:17 to go. This one headed toward McLean, will bounce. He'll take it on a one hop at the 7. Breaks one tackle, but then falls down at the 13-yard line. Make it to 14, and you Tigers will have it, but now trail by 14. The other big team here in Louisiana, the LSU Tigers, have a week off as they prepare for the big showdown next week over in Tuscaloosa against the Alabama Crimson Tide, the #1 Crimson Tide. Coach Saban had a birthday this week. I know all the LSU fans were celebrating that.
Retire.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Saban, happy birthday. Why don't you quit? Now, you know I'm LSU through and through, and I know this may sound overly optimistic, but I look for LSU. They got a shot at beating Alabama. They're going to play that Alabama offense that they can stop. And if they don't upset Alabama, I think it's going to be a very close game.
Cage on the carry for 3. Alabama has seemed to get better and better ever since the A&M game, and they have LSU at home. But I think Alabama's defense is not as good as it's been in the past years. LSU can put up some points. The question remains, can they stop the Alabama offense?
Yeah, that's going to be the task. The interesting thing I saw this week was LSU's 11-4 over there since the early 80s, where Bama's 11-4 at LSU. So the visiting team seems to have most of the success.
Steptoe around the left side. Gets the first down. He'll make it across the 25 to about the 26.5.
Gain of 8. That'll be a first down.
Clock stops, 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Nice burst of speed there by Steptoe.
The Ryan brothers are going to go at it this Sunday.
Yes, they are, as the Saints travel to New York to take on the Jets, a Jets team that was just shellacked by the Cincinnati Bengals.
Of course, Chris Ivory now with the Jets. Wonder if he's going to be, is he even playing that game? I know he's been hurt so much.
Short pitch to Cage, right side. He cuts it back inside, gains positive yards out to the 30. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Clock now the ally of the Amite Warriors.
Did you watch the game last night, Cincinnati and Miami on Halloween night?
Only the 3rd time in NFL history a game in overtime has been settled by a safety. Little tidbit of information there.
And you have to really appreciate the support down there in Miami, because all the Miami fans dressed up as empty seats.
2nd down and 6. Cage moved early, no flag. Steptoe going to throw it, winds up, throws it deep, intended for Brown, couldn't get to it.
Steptoe's pass intended for.
So Independence taking a shot. It'll bring up 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Kids were a little disappointed last night, got their Halloween washed out by that weather that came through here.
Yes, they did, and one big game coming up this weekend is probably the most unanticipated big game of the year, as you have 2 top 10 teams playing each other, but one of them's favored by 22 points. You just don't see that very often, as the Florida State Seminoles take on the Miami Hurricanes in a big matchup tomorrow. We'd also like to send out our condolences. Before the game, we heard that former Independence principal John Mabry passed away today.
Yes.
So our condolences go out to his family and the whole Independence faculty and staff who knew him so well.
Another game this weekend, the cocktail party between Florida and Georgia has kind of lost some of its luster with some stumbles by those two teams.
Absolutely. Georgia, a lot because of the injuries, has really hurt them. Both their running backs hurt. Now, 4th down and 2. If the Tigers have any chance, they got to pick up this 4th down. And they get it the easy way. Once again, the hard count by Steptoe.
But this time you didn't see the head bob like that you were talking about. He threw his hands out.
Not quite as pronounced. But you know Coach Foster is just biting his lip.
Yeah. That's mistakes you can't make going forward into the playoffs.
So Amite, if they can hold on tonight, will have to beat Albany next week for a share of the district title. You have Sumner and Laranger battling it out tonight. Flag down.
Is that going to be a delay? What's the call here?
Legal procedure.
I tell you what, though, Daryl, Amite better watch themselves going down there to Hornetville, because Coach Blaine Westmoreland has really got those Hornets believing they could win some football games. We saw them upset Sumner earlier this year. Albany was on the bad end of a game last week, but it's a scrappy little team. They got McLean, that little quarterback, Tanner House, that receiver. Not so much the pushover you would think.
Well, not as they have been in the past years. He does have battling, and that's all you can ask of these kids. Cage on the short pitch. He's hit behind the line. Nice job back there as they drop him down for about a 3-yard loss. Hit him low around the ankles.
And I tell you something else you see going on right here. With this lead and knowing Independence with the lack of ability to really come back from a big deficit, Amite's just pinning their ears back and taking some real chances on defense with these blitzes.
You're able to do that because they're not really concerned about Independence beating them deep with the pass. Feel like their corners can cover out there man-to-man. Here comes the pressure up the middle. There's a flag down. Shot puts it out to Cage. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 30, 35, still on his feet. He'll get it back close to the original line of scrimmage, but we have to wait and see what the penalty is. Clock now down to 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the football game.
Well, again, you see a very active Jordan Ard, number 43 for Independence, on a blitz again. It got picked up, and then he ran out and got a piece of Cage, but wasn't able to get him down.
Chop block against the Tigers.
Illegal chop block on the Tigers.
That's going to bring up what? Bring up some very long yardage for Independence.
Well, and right now it doesn't matter for Independence, the yardage. The Tigers need to get the ball down the field and put it in the end zone. Right now, Amy's just, they'll let them run play after play as long as that clock keeps moving because it is their friend right now.
I'd like to keep everything in front of them and keep the Tigers off the sidelines.
The opening of the NBA season happened. The Pelicans on opening night played a great game against a very good Indiana team but came up short. But looks like the Pelicans maybe have a chance to get in the playoffs this year. They got them going in the right direction down there in New Orleans. Just not sure about that mascot.
I don't know. I think it's all right. But, I mean, you're the basketball man more than I am.
The mascot looks more like a chicken than it does like a pelican. I'm sorry.
And I was asking you the other night as we were watching the Pelicans, you know, we've seen CP3 here, and they tried to build around him. And now you have Anthony Davis in here. And my question to you was, is it easier to build around the big man or the point guard?
Well, it's easier to build around the big man who plays defensive rebounds. And if you're a defensive team, you're going to stay in a lot of ball games. But a young Pelicans team got a chance this year.
Gain of about 10.
Gain of 10 on the play. Clock still ticking. 3 minutes, 30 seconds and counting.
22 for the Tigers.
Other teams in action around here. Hammond was hosting Covington. Covington coming off that huge blowout victory against St. Paul's, snapping St. Paul's 33-game district winning streak. So then Ponchatoula had to go play that angry St. Paul's team.
Yeah, we heard a score earlier tonight in the second half. Ponchatoula was down 10.
Going into the fourth quarter.
Steptoe rolls left, stops, winds up, throws it. Quite a spiral, got an arm. Brown's there and in and out of the hands. So the first time tonight he put it on the money and Brown could not haul it in. And now we're going to get a late flag over there, and it might be taunting.
I think you're exactly right.
And Brown is down over there, and nobody's going over to help him. Now they see him.
Did he fall on the football? I think that's what happened with him.
Brown comes off the field like he might have landed on his shoulder there, but now after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Warriors, it'll be 4th down and 8 for the Tigers. Last-ditch effort. Have to convert here, trailing by 2 scores. Only 2:47 left to go in the football game.
Well, the play clock's under 5 seconds now. They're going to have to burn a timeout.
And they burn their last timeout.
In other action, Daryl, St. Thomas has homecoming tonight, and they're bringing in Mount Herman before their big matchup with Springfield next week to finish out the season. St. Thomas is heading to the playoffs, where Springfield is over in Slidell against Pope John Paul.
Well, and we were looking at the power rankings before the game, trying to figure out who's going to make the playoffs, who's going to be where, and a lot of our area teams are on around that bubble. You know, whether they will be at home or away, so some big ball games for that to come up with. And, you know, looking at some of the other Harris schools, you know, Hammond struggled a little bit this year, but has played better. Ponchatoula has been strong so far. You got 2 of those 5A schools there. This 3A district's been good. St. Thomas and Springfield both having good years. Albany improved. So a lot of good football. And don't forget the Roos up there. I believe they're number 6 in the power rankings.
They're a shoo-in.
And I think they've got a good chance to go a long way in the playoffs this year. So football, once again, in this area is strong.
And we'll finish up our regular season broadcast next week at the Swamp, where Hammond goes in to play Ponchatoula. And I'm quite sure, or we sure hope, we'll be doing some playoff games for you folks.
Well, we'll be finding somebody to tag along with. It's all boils down to us getting out there and getting our sponsorship sold. And once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Dixie RV, Bill Hood, Anthon's Chiropractic, Louisiana Ballroom Dancing, Hammond Rec, Mounters Tires, and Jim's Paint and Body for helping us get the game on here tonight. Last play, step toe, rolling right, just going to hang up a deep out, and it is overthrown and incomplete. And that's going to do it, I believe, here. Independence out of timeouts. So Amite will get it with 2:42 to go and a 14-point lead. And what a pleasure it is. It's football weather. It's nice and chilly. And although we haven't had a lot of action here tonight, we've had some really great football games this evening. And as we wind up and look here, Matt, it's about time for we start talking about the SNS player of the game. And
I tell you, it's kind of simple for me. I mean, I'm gonna wait to see what you say, but.
Well, I think it really boils down to there's been 2 players that have stood out tonight here. Harrell has run the ball well, but Henderson has made some big throws in clutch situations. And if I had to take a vote there, it would be, for me, the quarterback.
The few throws that he has made, yeah, that's very good. But it's just for me, Harold has been so effective running the football and wearing down the Independence defense. And you can't forget number 3, Smith, making those catches with 2 touchdowns. As you see Vining go around there.
And I'm really kind of surprised that they come out and throw the football when this game was over. And I guarantee you
that's a late flag over there.
But that's not going to set well with this Independence coaching staff.
And you see Vining came up strutting, and I think that drew the flag. And there is an Independence player down. He's back on his feet.
Number 3, Smith.
But when you've got no timeouts left and a 14-point lead, and all you got to do is come out there and kneel on it a couple times and game over, and you come out throwing, I guarantee you that will be marked down for future reference in a game when maybe Independence is up and can step on them late.
So, I mean, as opposed to really all the games we've done so far, we've been pretty much clear-cut in agreement. I'm not so sure about this one. What do you think, Butch?
I think running back number 8.
I mean, all 3 that we've brought up are you know, have done well enough to get that honor. They're all deserving.
Here goes Harrell off the left side, and this run right here is going to seal it. Our SNS player of the game. Number 8, Kenner Harrell.
Thank you, Kenner Harrell. You made it easy.
Butch called it. He said, I think number 8, and he breaks off a 20-something plus yard touchdown run to seal the victory.
And I would assume that run put Harrell well over 100 yards for the game.
So made our job easy. A deserving running back from the Amite Warriors, Kenner Harrell, a sophomore, gets it into the end zone to extend the lead to 26-6. They'll go for 2.
And hats off to Henderson and Smith. Fine football games played by those young men.
Head in at tailback, but number 47, Montgomery, comes in and stops them. Now, at this point in the football game with 2:20 to go, the game is well decided, and you got to hope that cooler heads prevail. We've got some taunting and some talking, and let's just hope that we can get out of here with no more incidents, as it has been a one of those matchups, once again, where these kids live so close to each other, know each other, and it's bragging rights, and sometimes that can lead to some hot tempers late in the game when the game's decided.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, for the most part, this game was well in hand, and it's kind of surprising to see Amite come out slinging the football. Of course, the Harrell touchdown was a run, but hopefully we'll see some fresh jerseys in the game and just put this one to rest.
So 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. It's 26-6 AB. So Warrior Nation will be happy tonight as they are one victory away from securing a piece of the district championship.
Wait to see what that score is coming out of the hole over at Sumner.
And obviously they can't find the T again.
They got the ball. They don't have a T, I don't think. And I tell you, this young man kicking the football tonight has done a great job putting his foot into this thing.
You know, and it really makes you wonder why they don't give him the opportunity to kick some extra points, but nevertheless, he's done a pretty good job kicking the football off.
The way he's kicked tonight, maybe Coach Foster will revisit that in practice this week.
Devon kicks it. This one goes off the side of his foot, but he'll take a bounce up, and Independence will try to return it. Breaking one tackle is Morgan. Now he's driven back hard, but he gets it out to the 24-yard line. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go.
And once again, I'd just like to say it was a very nice thing that went on here to start this football game concerning Chris Drake retiring his jersey and having his mother out there, and the ultimate sacrifice given up by that young man for this country. So on behalf of Butch and Daryl and myself, we dedicate this broadcast to Chris Drake.
Steptoe from the shotgun. Gives it to Cage off the left side. Here he goes rumbling. Makes a nice move, trying to get forced out of bounds. And they're not going to take him off his feet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 8 Warriors in on that tackle.
Right side. Gain of 15.
Would that be a tribe?
16, first down,
It would be a tribe. Gain of 15. First down for the Tigers. They get it out to the 40-yard line. And I can tell you one thing. If you're Coach Foster, one thing you're thinking about Cage right now is, thank God this kid's a senior.
Don't have to bang on him anymore.
Well, not only is it hard to tackle, he just wears down your defensive backs. We've already seen
he hurts people.
2 or 3 up on the ground here tonight. Hopefully none of them seriously. Miscommunication, but Steptoe will just take off on it, making something on his own. Breaks a tackle. 45 still on his feet. And he's finally going to get tackled at the 43-yard line.
And I tell you, hats off to Coach Corona and his Independence Tigers. I mean, this is obviously a down year for them, and they're going to come up on the short end here. but these kids, they play hard, they fight hard, they haven't given up. You know, like you said, a lot of them going both ways, and they've just played their hind parts off here tonight, and Coach Corona and staff should be proud.
And they have played, and Steptoe's one of those guys that has been going both ways. Now the Amite Warriors making one step closer to making a playoff run this year. They missed out last year, but they'll make it back this year. There's Cage off the left side. Flag down. He was hit by number 32, Jeffrey Devon, the kicker, and just carried him for a few yards, but there's a flag down back in the area of holding.
Over the left side. Gain of about 7, penalty marker down.
I believe Shannon Kay's got a little limp there.
Holding on Independence will be a 10-yard penalty.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Cage was around the 100-yard mark himself. Doesn't really seem like it, but he's done a lot of work tonight.
Now be spotted at the Independence.
Steptoes had some pretty good runs.
Will be first down 20.
1 minute, 10 seconds to go here as the clock continues to tick. As we inch our way toward the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, it has been the Amite Warriors in the second half controlling the action. They lead it by 20, 26-6. So they've come to Independence in a rivalry game and done what they needed to do to keep that momentum going for their season.
Independence checked them up for a little while. You see a bad snap there.
And this time Steptoe will just fall on it.
I don't think they're going to stop this thing. They're just going to run it all the way down.
I believe this will probably be the last play of the ball game. He has not started the play clock yet. You see him. Is he going to wind it?
Hang on.
He does not wind it, so they will not have to snap the football again.
That's a smart referee right there.
Let's see if Independence tries to get one more playoff.
Happy birthday, Nick Saban. Why don't you retire?
Quarterback keeper up the middle, and that will be the last play of the game as the Amite Warriors have come up the road to Independence and knock off the Tigers 26-6. For our cameraman, Butch Lee, and my partner in crime, the Round Mound of Sound, Matt Greer, I'm Daryl Smith saying thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you next week in the swamp. We'll bark at you there.
Injured on the field, hurt on the job, been in a car accident? The doctors at Anthon's Chiropractic Care will help you get back to pre-injury performance level. With treatments including chiropractic adjustments, physical therapy, and massage therapy, you will quickly begin seeing results. Anthon's even schedules Saturday appointments to ensure that your treatment will not interfere with your schedule. So give them a call at 985-542-1640 to schedule your appointment or stop by their downtown location in Hammond across from the Columbia Theater. That's Anthon's Chiropractic Care for all your chiropractic needs.